we're back in studio today with episode number 4 of Elite Athlete Interview with number 4, Isaac Shumate, linebacker and running back for your Varsity Splendor Wildcats. Isaac, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Making it, sir. Making it. Thanks for taking time out of your day to come in and talk to us.
Yes, sir.
How's your off season going?
I think we started out really good. Kind of doing similar to what we did last year with heavy weights. Well, we've been attributing more drills this year, which is really good. We've had new kids come in, more talent, which I think will greatly add to the team.
Yeah, I keep hearing the name Dunn as being a potential replacement for Lovers graduating this year.
Yes, sir. We've had him throwing after school with me and a few receivers and everything, and he's not looking bad at all.
Good, good. You doing any other sports like track? I know you did track last year. You're going to do track. Did you do powerlifting last year?
No, sir.
No? Powerlifting is a great sport, but it scares me. Those guys moving so much weight. I feel like, for a football player, that's kind of running unnecessary risk of pulling something or, because those guys are moving just households of weight. It's crazy. I mean, it's impressive, but okay. So I know you're doing some camps this off season. How are those going?
Yes,
and what kind of benefit do you think those are going to have coming into the next season?
Yeah, I just finished one January 13th. It was a next level athlete, Texas Top 100. It went pretty well. Gave me a good experience of the talent around, and I plan on hitting 8 to 10 camps again this summer like I did last summer, and I think that definitely helps with especially my coverage skills and competitiveness and my discipline and the little things that can.
So what kind of stuff did they go over that is going to translate into this next season? Like just drills, like you said, worked on your linebacker coverage. So they're defensive specific then?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
I go for linebacker usually.
Yeah.
And a bunch of one-on-ones was going to help in pass coverage during the games, which we'll get a lot more of this year, moving up to 5A.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. And then a bunch of footwork, and hips. The hips never lie.
Oh, no. you can fake those feet any way you want with those hips. They'll tell you everything you need to know.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about your freshman year. I have covered Lake Travis whenever I lived in Austin. I did a little bit for New Caney probably about 10, 15 years ago. I can't recall the last time that a freshman made varsity and started as a linebacker. That is the linebacker position. You're basically the quarterback of the defense.
Yes, sir.
Like you're reading coverages. You have to be extremely physical. Like how was that process for you? At any point between your 8th grade and 9th grade year, did you know that was coming? And then talk to me a little bit about your experience through the season.
Through 8th grade, I didn't know it was coming. I figured I'd be a stud on freshman ball, and then I'd maybe work my way up mid-season to JV or varsity. Right. But towards the middle of summer is when the coaches started talking to me about it and moving me away from my age group and having me play with the older kids. And then I got put on the varsity 7-on-7 team, which was a big kind of indicator for me, and that helped a ton with coverage and getting to know my defensive guys and everything.
Nice. So what was the experience working with the upperclassmen and you being a freshman and you're out there just right in the thick of things? I mean, what was that like working with those seniors from last year?
That was a great experience. Like Jason Williams, Tyler Miracle, Caleb Cass, they were all huge role models of mine and helped me with my game so much.
I bet. J-Dub, he was fun to watch.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah, that kid did everything.
Yes,
I mean, punt return, kick return, offense, defense, running back. I don't think there was anything that he didn't do. Let's see. You saw some time at running back this year. They like to use you in some goal line situations, and you made a few 50-plus TDs out there as well. We're going to see some more of that this upcoming year?
Depends on this new head coach and what his plans are, but I definitely think I might be used again in a heavier package, short yardage, or emergency scenarios.
There you go. It's nice to have at least one power back in your back pocket.
Yes, sir.
They had Cepeno getting some time at running back at the tail end of last year. He looked really good.
Yes, he did. a lot of potential there.
Oh yeah. He's an athlete.
Yes, he is.
I was excited about him his freshman year at wide receiver. He looked really good, and
Yes.
I saw a lot of potential from them. Which side of the ball do you like better, offense or defense?
Oh, that defense all the way. That's been my natural position since I was 4 years old.
Okay, wow. So you've been. Is that when you started playing?
Yes,
Was
sir.
4 years old? At what age did you kind of like start realizing that you had a high level of talent for this sport? Like, when did that start kind of becoming realization for you?
Probably around, I don't know, 7 years old, my second and third season, I started to see that I progressed with the higher kids. And I played at HAFL in Humble when I was littler. And I just saw me progressing with the top tier kids and getting away from the crowd.
Yeah, nice.
So,
Okay, so one thing I noticed about you, you have this old school style to you. Like, coaches like to say, act like you've been there before. Coaches they don't want to see people going bonkers and over the top flashy every time they score, every time they get a sack. When you score, it's just you give the ball back to the ref and you go back to the sidelines. Like, where does that come from? Is that just how you are? Did your parents raise you that way?
Yes, sir. I've just always been humble and to know that don't take things for granted because, you celebrating that could be taken away with a penalty in 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and I've seen it on both sides of the field. You'll make a sack 6 yards deep, and it's just like, okay, next play.
Yes,
let's get up. Let's go back to the huddle. Next play.
Yes, sir.
So I definitely appreciate and respect that about you because it's that was a rare trait even back when Barry Sanders was playing because he's the one player that was kind of famous for that same mindset.
Yes, sir.
What are some personal goals that you have for this upcoming season?
Just to improve my game overall. I really would like to get first team all district this year, maybe district MVP.
There you go.
I eventually want to make all state for sure and try to get some more college interest this year and just improve my game overall.
There you go. Over the last 2 seasons, which varsity coach has made the biggest impact on you as a player and as a person?
Probably Coach Arnaud. He's been focused on me and working on my hips, and he's gave me so many pointers, and he just has a good relationship with me. He's a real funny guy.
Yeah, he cracks me up.
Yes, sir.
He's definitely one of the more comical coaches. I could definitely see him being a player's coach. A coach someone would love to
most definitely
go out there and work hard for. I like to ask players what NFL player they're kind of inspired by or who they might mold their game from. But with you, you almost have to have two because you're almost full-time running back and full-time linebacker. So who would be 2 players that you've, if any, that you've kind of drew inspiration from?
On the defensive side of the ball, I would definitely have to say Luke Kuechly. I mean, the dude's just a monster. Definitely one of the greatest linebackers of all time. He's just very aggressive, but he's a huge mental player. Yeah. Super smart, but he'll just knock your head off. I love that about that guy. And the offensive side of the ball, I would like to shout out Derrick Henry because I play a lot like Derrick Henry, just straight line.
Yeah, and downhill.
Yes, sir, north and south. But currently, I've always loved CMC, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I love how explosive he is. He's very humble as I am. Yeah. He doesn't celebrate too much. He doesn't do all that. He just gets his job done.
I definitely see the Derrick Henry comparison.
Yes, sir.
Straight up, hey, here it is. This is what we're doing. I dare you to stop it.
Yes, sir.
So I like that. What are your collegiate goals, and what are you doing to try to accomplish those this year?
Just improving my game, texting, emailing coaches, sending my film out, highlights, trying to get attention. I would like to come out with an offer my junior year so I can start planning. I would like to stay in Texas if possible. But I do love Memphis. That's one of my top schools of all time.
There you go. Memphis Tigers.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a short list of dream schools that you'd love to start getting recruited by this season?
Yes, sir. Memphis, definitely number one. I would love to go to A&M, stay close to home, how we're going smaller D1, SFA, or Sam Houston would be a good school as well.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome, man. You know, being at these games and getting to know you guys on the sidelines, doing pictures for y'all, it's you have a super, super bright future ahead of you. I've never met someone more humble and talented at the same time with just otherworldly potential. So keep doing what you're doing. This entire community is proud of you for everything that you've accomplished. And everybody in those stands every Friday night, they're behind you. You know,
Yes,
so just keep it up, man. Keep doing the good work, and thank you so much for coming out.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that was episode number 4 with number 4. I'll have all of our full videos posted on Facebook, Instagram, and I'm working on getting that YouTube channel started. Like I said, this is just a good opportunity for these athletes to have a new platform to introduce themselves to the community, potential college coaches, and thank y'all for y'all's time. We got a lot more interviews lined up. We're going to do probably 1, maybe 2 every week. Thank y'all so much.
Yes, sir.